Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour, and welcome back to Natural Threats. We've got, I think, a pro 1v1 game. I actually don't know who either of these players are. We'll just call it a 1v1 game, but I think they're actually pretty good. We've got HeLiX down in the south with the USA laser in the orange. Up in the north, we have SaW with the GLA Toxin in the green. Now, yeah, I can't remember where I got this replay from. I think, it was from my Discord channel. So if you have any epic replays that you ever want to send me, you can either email them to me at DoMiNaToRUK2@gmail.com, or you can go in Discord by going to invite.gg/Dominator, and then in the 0 hour replay section, post your replays, and there's a very, very high chance that I will cast it. The only thing I would say is try and only send like replays that are over 100 kilobytes at the very minimum, ideally like 120, 130 plus, something like that, because not everyone likes to watch like a 7-minute game, for example. We like to watch like 10-minute plus games, or super epic 40-minute mega tank battles, draw games, anything unique and stuff like that. So if you got any good replays, and especially high-level replays, yeah, feel free to send them to me. Unique things like CCs versus CCs, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, a bit of a request. You want your replays casted, send me the best ones, and there's a very, very good chance, especially if it's very unique and epic, that I will review it. Anyway, on for this game, we've got GLA Tox versus the laser. Got a little box going on for the laser down here, but he's also stealing some cash from here, so he's taking 600, and he's also going to drop off 600, difference to 1200. Got a SaW here just doing nothing at the moment, and a Dozer here causing some big problems here for SaW. Now, I wonder if that tunnel going to finish or not. A nice little reverse there, and I think he's actually going to get it. Yeah, stopped it on 98%. This Chinook's still chilling here. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or if he's got a... what's he doing with that? I think it's just a mistake. 3 technicals coming in here from SaW with the probably RPGs inside of it. Got a couple of easy... Yeah, a load of RPGs, and 1V there is going to go down very, very fast. The thing with the Tox is that the accuracy on the RPGs are just so good. It never misses. Once it's fired, you can guarantee it's going to actually hit its target, unless it's deflected by like a PDL or something. Nice little laser lock there from the missile defenders, and there's a Tox Rebel in here as well, which is going to be really useful for clearing up these missile defenders. And now the USA is in a hell of a lot of trouble. He's still stealing cash, and he's still harassing over here. Would like to have seen the terrorist queued over there to try and stop that. Ambulance comes out and gets the crush on everything. I wonder if this Rebel now will kill all of the MDs. It's going to get 2 at least. One of them is going to run away, but it does go down as well. Turns blue, and yeah, nice. Got a really injured Chinook here. We've got 2 Chinooks collecting here. Only 1 Dozer in the base. It's going to be 1 Dozer remaining, because this one's going to go down now, I'm pretty sure. But he's done a load of harassment there. The GLA's been on 1 supply for pretty much... Oh, yeah, pretty much the whole game so far, in the first few minutes. Okay, Tentacles now entering the base. Nice little laser lock. Tentacle's going to get stuck behind here. Another Tentacle comes in, another laser lock, and these Chinooks now have been moved out of the way. There's no RPGs there at the moment, so I think actually collecting right now is still pretty good. But a TNT there hits the barracks. Now, what I've seen some people do is, like, especially Fargo, bring a TNT in, hit that, and then he'll have another terrorist in there and go in there and kill the final Dozer. And then once the USA's got no barracks and no Dozer, you're in a really, really good situation, because you can only spam MTVs, and MTVs against Tox tunnels and techs and RPGs is really, really difficult ask. So yeah, I think yeah, that's something that more people could probably incorporate, is bringing in the TNT. Not only TNT the supply to War Factory, but sometimes good to hit the barracks and then go and kill the final Dozer that's hiding in the box. Okay, 1 RPG here is dropped off, but it's going to get cleaned up, I think, by the Vs. Oh, it's still remaining. It could just get the final hits on that Chinook, and it could go down. This is a really awkward spot. The Vs need to be very careful once engaging inside of here. Chinook finally does go down. Another load of technicals being prepared with a Terror Tech, actually. And everything here is going to get cleaned up, but 1 V there does go down, gets some veterans in this technical, but that technical's now going to go down as well. So yeah, Tox does have some decent-ish map control. He's got control on the center, and there would like to see that RPG put inside of that building to give him a bit more vision up front here. This technical probably got the terrorist inside of it. The fact that it's actually gone off by itself But actually, it probably would have had more success if it had gone in here. It could have even done what I said, actually. And everything here is going to get stopped, actually. The terrorists here are after the Vs, but everything has been cleared up. So that attack there for the Tox player did completely fail, actually. And I would like to see him spending more of his money, dropping down more tunnels. I don't know if that is the best thing to be doing, actually, at the moment. Dropping down that third supply. When your army's just been reset, you probably want to get more army out now. More technicals, more tunnels. 1V might go down here, but he is moving it. It still goes down. Tox tunnel is very, very strong. That tunnel does need to be completely cleared up. The technicals now coming forward against these Vs. 1V there does go down. Ambulance going to continue the push, but the ambulance is going to die. Technical now versus the last remaining V, and technical there does go down. So yeah, he's on very few units. He's actually making RPGs from his barracks, which don't really recommend. I think it's better to invest into tunnels. You come with 2 free RPGs anyway, which basically means you get a $200 tunnel, which is something you definitely want to take advantage of. I need some more workers here to be collecting. And there's a little bit of a traffic jam here because he's built the firebase through the box. Where the dozer is safe, he can still build through the box. And that's resulted in the MDs getting stuck there, but he is loading them all up. Technical now coming in. So HeLiX has just dropped down something. Yeah, it is his strat center. I don't know if I'd prefer more Vs out at that point, but it's kind of a Google strategy where he makes fewer Vs and the quicker strat center. But the problem is that those is now exposed. These are pushing forward, but because there's only 3, they're having a little bit of a difficult time here. Load some inside of the tent. Not sure how strong that tent is even against technicals. I think it's pretty weak. But either way, he is kind of holding his own at the moment, but the tent is somehow getting damaged by itself. I think it's the splash damage from where the bullets are hitting the ground. And everything here is pretty much being cleared up. He's got himself a super tech, nice little laser lock there, but there is a rebel in the mix once again. He likes mixing in the rebels, but it's actually useful. Not only killing his own RPGs, but also killing the missile defenders. Now technical there has cleared that all up. That's looking really positive now for the Tox, to be honest. That is looking very, very positive. Yeah, I don't know if these guys are mates or something, if this was played on LAN, but their name looks exactly the same, doesn't it? I know they've got different names, but they've both got the brackets and the capitalization going on inside of their names. So, yeah, maybe they're guessing they're mates, or maybe clan mates, or friends playing on LAN or something like that. So far, the micro has been pretty good. Build orders have been solid. I like that he is getting a strat center. I just would like a few more Vs out. He has just spent a load more money, so I don't know if he was consistently spamming from those 2 buildings. Toxin in a pretty decent situation. Probably just like a few more tunnels, a bit more coverage, a few more bunkers gathered, like inside of that and inside of that. But a big tech RPG push here. He's actually going to take down this supply. So yeah, pretty good game so far. No major mistakes, I don't think, from either player. Okay, V's now moving out over here. No ambulance in the mix. It is actually over here. Big Tuck RPG evac once again, and another V falls. Yeah, big losses here. And this strat center is going to finish, but this dozer needs to get back in the box. You can just click in that box and it will even just go through, you know, it'll even go through buildings or whatever is needed to get through there. Not a lot of people know that, but it will. He did set bombardment. I don't like that. I want him to set search and destroy, but I don't. I'm not against actually using the bombardment just defensively for that second, as long as you've now switched into search and destroy without the V's dying whilst they're like kind of EMP'd. This dozer definitely can go inside of that box though, because it's at real risk now of going down. Strat center is going to go down as well. I think a few drones, even Hellfires and drones, a mix of Hellfires and drones could be really good here. Nice use of the ambulance there to get some crushes. These nice micro, but yeah, it could do with some drones. I think it could distract the fire of like the RPGs. If he's using an attack move, it will sometimes shoot the drones and then increase the survivability there of the Vs. Got another arms dealer, a really random spot here for this arms dealer in the middle, but he is expanding. No oil capture yet from either player. I would like to see that from the Tox at least. And these technicals now are going to get trapped behind here, and all these Vs are going to get the kill. And the dozer's gone down, more importantly. You know, that dozer that should have gone inside of the box has gone down. Look at these MDs still trapped, by the way. Every single technical there has gone. Okay, Chinook's moved over here to collect some stuff, but actually the RPGs from this tunnel are going to take it down. Lack of a movement from that Chinook. It doesn't need moving, but it might be too late now. Might be too late, baby. Yeah, GG for the Chinook. Expensive loss. $1,200 that costs, but yeah, you can still collect from the mid, but that bunker is taken now. Yeah, so the USA only has literally this. Is not in that good of a situation. This should be a closeout, really, for the Tox. I think he should just be able to close it out, because if these Vs move out across the map, you can just go in and base trade. You can just TNC the last few buildings, something like that. Massive load of technicals now coming into the base. They don't want to get trapped again behind here, do they? And Pathfinders are actually out now, so with this big tech RPG push once again, Pathfinder. Ooh! Baby. Pathfinder's just at the last minute then shot the terrorist. Another V there falls. Another V falls. A load of tentacles are falling, but as long as the Tox is trading off, he's got the better economy, so he can afford to do that. As I always say, if you've got the better economy, you can afford to take some negative trade-offs. That was a pretty bad negative trade-off, though, so probably borderline. But yeah, he's not going to get any more support power. He's not going to get A10 or anything like that, because he's dozerless. He's got no CC. But yeah, the Tox definitely should have got his oils by now, I feel. We're 12 minutes into the game. Definitely should be seeing... Well, there's no palace either, actually. And he could have actually expanded here as well. Some people are sometimes scared to push forward a little bit more, but you've got that bunker. Could be repaired, and then another tunnel here. Could be good. So yeah, the attacks and the aggression from SaW have been really good. A little bit linear in the sense that it's just like the same attack over and over again, the tech RPGs, but which has worked good so far, but it's not going to work anymore with the Pathfinders out. But yeah, his macro game does need a little tiny bit of work, which is getting the oils and more tunnels, taking that extra supply, stuff like that. Tech RPGs push once again. The terrorists are here as well, but they are getting sniped down by... Ooh! Terrorist exploded there, caused a splash damage and killed a load of tentacles. Firebase did go down. There's a Vet 2 Pathfinder here, a Vet 1. And the tentacles do escape, mostly with their lives, but yeah, a load of tentacles did go down as well. Chinooks here are still collecting somehow. Needs some workers there. Yeah, I just don't know about that arms dealer placement there in the mid. We'll definitely get repairing that, and definitely an extra supply here. And then it kind of spirals out of control, your economy then, because then you get an extra supply that gets you some more money, but then you can use that money to then get the oils, for example. And then you like scale up from there. You build in more and more tunnels, more and more supplies, and you eventually just become so big that the USA will not be able to handle you. But yeah, it's that lack of expansion. Even just one supply will unlock the next step to do even more. Okay, massive line of technicals now in the base. I wonder if he's got RPGs inside of him again.
Low power.
Low power? Oh yeah, he's low power as well. He's mixing like tech terror with tech RPG, which I'm not so sure about because of what you saw before. When a terrorist dies, sometimes the splash damage causes damage to everything around it, so it can actually cause you more problems sometimes if you're having terrorists in there as well. So far, nice micro on these Vs. He is holding on, and this supply here is going to get cleared, I think. Definitely would be selling that, get a little bit of extra cash back. Still no supply here. Next wave of technicals is pretty much ready to go, and he's coming in with terrorists and RPGs once again. He's just going to struggle, isn't he, against the Pathfinders? Technicals all coming in. I wonder if they're going to get the crush here. Ooh. Very, very close. At least we know he's not map hacking. Tech RPG. Oh, man. He's not learning his lesson, is he? He's not learning his lesson at all. Terrorist gets sniped, and I think it's when two get killed really close together. That's when it's causing the splash damage, I think. Is it 2 or 3? Because it's the toxin that's killing it. If the sniper just snipes one, it doesn't do it. But if the terrorist dies to... Yeah, it's a bit weird. The terrorist dies to another terrorist toxin, that's when I think it's going to cause you problems and start killing your own units. A load of tentacles amassing in the middle again. He's been on 2 arms dealer spam for absolutely ages. That supply there could be sold, get you an extra little bit of cash, like an extra $450 or something it will give you. But yeah, complete lack of expansion to this oil. Would like to see that, but I feel like it's so intense. He's just been so focused on getting the last few kills, but he keeps coming in with more and more infantry units. But there's so many Pathfinders around, it's just not quite working out for him, is it? I wonder if he's going to be able to kill these last few buildings. I think brute force with the technicals is probably not going to quite cut it, because they don't really do that much damage unless you've got loads of them to like war factories and, well, any building really. Technicals enter the base once again, and the Vs are going to trap them behind this spot. I got deja vu like 3 or 4 times here, where the Technicals just keep getting trapped behind here. Vs are chasing. Technicals turn around, try and take the fight. 1V here might go down. It does go down. The USA's got to be running out of cash. He's on 4.3k, but he can only produce with low power. He's not spamming missile defenders from there, which is definitely a mistake. You want to spam in all the units you absolutely can at this moment. Yeah, he's not spending his cash. So it's important to be building stuff whilst you're fighting. You got to learn to multitask. There's one quad out now. We can finally hear an oil being captured. It's actually the USA at the 17th minute. So yeah, that's probably the first big error. It's just not getting the oils. And yeah, the Toxin not even being aware that one's being captured anymore is a definite mistake. It just seems, like I said, just pretty linear. Just keep coming in with this wave of technicals. But it is an intense game. Technicals once again and pushed back by these Vs. We've got a Vet 3V here, and these are pretty full Vs as well.
Power. Come on in. Here.
Yeah, some of them pretty full, some of them a little bit empty. But now this oil will be spotted. I would like to see that oil captured as well. There's a quad out now harassing these Chinooks, and that's his only lifeline really for collecting supplies at the moment. Okay, so the barracks has finally gone down, and it looks like the war factory is now going to go down as well. Another V goes down. The massive army of Vs is actually out of position for the time being, but this war factory is going to go down, and this is going to be edge of your seas stuff. He's going to be on one last building. Every V that goes down will no longer be able to be replaced. I definitely would have committed to those last few technicals just to kill that last weak V, because then you're leaving him on very, very few units. He does have loads of ranged out now, so he can go and get that oil. Not that it's going to make any difference, because he can't make anything now other than Chinooks. You could just fly the Chinooks around, I suppose, just to get the map vision. That's the only useful thing for him now. You can also fly him over buildings as well, so if they get shot down, they actually do damage when they fall. Like flying him over that, for example, could be useful. Massive wave of technicals come in once again, but a lot of the time he's taking damage, but he's not actually fighting. Like now, for example. Now he's finally turned around. He's going to click on this. Oh, it was a distraction. Look how many HP that has got. Even I was distracted there. I was so focused on talking about them technicals, but it was a pure distraction. But it's failed on a very, very low amount of HP. Can those technicals find a way in now just to get one last terrorist or a few RPGs to hit it? Even if you just clicked on it now, it's so low. Even the technicals might just be able to take it down. But the technicals are kind of trapped, and he has a lack of map control. We've got another technical coming down this right-hand side. Has been spotted, though, the vision here of these Rangers. Technical has to turn around. SaW is raced against time, really. Or is he? Because yeah, it's a race against time before that building repairs. Another V here is going to go down, and this might be it, you know. Blaze Lock here comes on the final technical. Oh, There's a missile defender remaining in there, and this supply. Okay, it's very, very low, about 10% HP, but the technicals weren't able to finish it off, and it is repairing. So what could SaW do from here? Definitely sell that. Definitely sell that. Could expand to here, but he's in a difficult situation. Ooh, he just quits. You got to be joking me. Hang on a minute. Was that... Well, we're going to have to rewind that and see what that was. I think it was the terrorist got it. I think it was, and I just missed it. We're going to have to rewind it. Okay, guys, I've just rewound it, and yes, lo and behold, we did have a technical come in, and I think it had this terrorist in it, so I've just froze it just before the game ended. I just want to see if this terrorist definitely did hit. It did. It did. It did. Oh, baby. Yeah, I completely missed that terror attack, but it looks like that thing happened again. It's so weird, isn't it, the way terrorists explode for Toxin? So, so weird. What an epic game. Literally, even I missed the ending. Like, how crazy is that? You should have just not paid attention today. Anyway, what an absolutely epic game. Thank you to SaW or HeLiX, whoever sent me this in. Or, yeah, I don't even know who sent me this, to be honest. I've got a load of replays, and they're all mixed up now. Ones that I've downloaded myself and ones that have been sent to me. I think this was sent to me in my Discord, so... Just going back to what I was saying earlier, if you've got any epic replays like this one or any unique games like draw games or any unique strategies, particularly do want higher level replays, because when it's like newbie moves and like really beginner players, people don't always like to watch that. But anything like higher level and unique draw games, stuff like that, then yeah, feel free to send me. But other than that, remember to like this video if you enjoyed this replay, and if you have any comments on what either player here should have done better or differently, or is there any pro tips you could give them, yeah, let us know in the comments. So GG, well played, and see you in the next one.